Hey, what's up everybody, it's the People's Crypto. I'm back again with another video. We have some interesting new developments in the cryptocurrency space, but before we dive in, please keep in mind that this video is for entertainment purposes only. Please do your own research and please seek out a financial advisor with a background in cryptocurrencies or digital assets. Alright, so a lot of things have happened since I last made a video. We reached a new all-time high of 18,000, I think 500, depending on where you get your cryptocurrency prices, but we definitely hit 18K, which is excellent. I believe that puts us 11% away from our previous all-time high in 2017. So that's excellent news. We're probably going to be trading sideways for the next couple of weeks, but I expect to definitely hit 20K probably before the end of the month. Worst case scenario, we hit 20K sometime in December. But we're going to break through, and I think it's important for us to at least end on a high note around $20,000. So we're projected to definitely hit anywhere from 50K to 100K next year, but many institutions have said we will hit anywhere from $100,000 to $300,000. So we have to see how that plays out. But let's just dive into the first story, and this kind of piggybacks off of the previous video that I did a couple days ago. And this is after buying Bitcoin at $800 in 2016, Mexico's second richest man doubled down. This is the Bitcoin Billionaire Bandwagon has another representative in the likes of Mexico's second wealthiest man, Ricardo Salinas Pliego. I think I said that correctly. He recently highlighted the problems with fiat currencies, especially in Latin America, and clarified that his first Bitcoin purchase came 4 years ago. This is according to Forbes publication from earlier this year. Pliego is the second wealthiest man in Mexico with a net worth of approximately $12 billion. The post also outlined that he's the only Mexican billionaire whose wealth has increased in the past year. Interestingly, he doesn't seem like a fan of traditional fiat currencies to store his sizable wealth. He shared a video on Twitter recently showcasing that banks in an undisclosed Latin country have thrown away paper money. Pliego commented on the act and named paper money worthless. He also went on to suggest that people should diversify their investment portfolios. Additionally, he noted to start with Bitcoin at the beginning of the video description. And, you know, that is completely telling, and I've been saying this over and over again. I really do believe a lot of these billionaires, and I would even go as far as to say even some of these millionaires or celebrities, have been loading up on Bitcoin for years. I guess since now they have acquired a ton of Bitcoin, they're letting it be known that, hey, you should be getting into Bitcoin now. And I would agree with them, but I think you should have been getting into Bitcoin for the past couple years. And it's not too late. You just have to dollar cost average in, which is the best strategy, because now we have a Bitcoin price of anywhere between 17 to 18,000 and potentially higher. So, like I've been saying, and you've probably been hearing this from many other crypto influencers in the space, dollar cost average in, I would definitely suggest you start with Bitcoin, probably Ethereum right after that, and then, just make sure you're doing your own research. That's just my investment opinion, and look for any other cryptocurrencies with a relatively good use case. However, just be very careful, because I'll say this as I always say, there's a lot of money to be made and there's a lot of money to be lost. Bitcoin is literally like the gold standard in the crypto space. So you should definitely be starting there. Try to get to probably 0.28, and then after that try to get to 1 BTC. That's just my investment opinion, but you have to do your own research and seek out a professional investment advisor in regards to that. So they're loading up. So the future is going to be extremely interesting. Let's take a look at our next story. Bitcoin touches 18K, crypto asset looks to smash all-time high, Ethereum price could spike 20x. So on Wednesday, November 18, 2020, the price of Bitcoin had been coasting along at levels not seen since the decentralized currency's all-time high 3 years ago in 2017. The cryptocurrency market capitalization is hovering at around 334 billion today. Likewise, the daily rate of Bitcoin assurance during the last 3 years makes the overall market valuation higher than it was when Bitcoin touched $19,600 per coin, but you can also say $20,000 depending on where you get your cryptocurrency prices. Said earlier this morning, Bitcoin had surpassed $18,000 per unit price zone as the crypto asset has climbed a whopping 54% during the last 30 days. During the last 90 days against the United States dollar, Bitcoin is up 53% over the last 12 months against the United States dollar. The cryptocurrency is up a massive 123% to date. 3 years ago, Bitcoin touched an all-time high of $19,600 on Bitstamp, but because of 3 years of Bitcoin assurance from miners, Bitcoin's market cap is higher today than it was on December 17th, 2017. Today, Bitcoin is undoubtedly the best financial vehicle during the last decade, as it has surpassed stocks, equities, commodities, and nearly every asset under the sun. And I've been trying to tell so many friends and family members. Some are starting to kind of get it, and others aren't. But Bitcoin is literally the best performing asset in the past decade and in the past 2 years. So in the past 12 years, it is the best performing asset, and nothing else has come close. Amazon stock has not performed better than Bitcoin. Tesla stock has not performed better than Bitcoin. What else? McDonald's stock has not performed better than Bitcoin. Alibaba stock has not performed better than Bitcoin. Procter & Gamble stock has not performed better. Basically, every single stock you can think of has not performed better than Bitcoin. Even Warren Buffett's Berkshire Hathaway, I think A, and Berkshire Hathaway B has not performed better than Bitcoin. In fact, Berkshire Hathaway, Warren Buffett's company, has been underperforming the S&P 500, I believe, for the past decade, if I'm not mistaken. And that's probably not going to change. So eventually, I think they will be buying Bitcoin too, probably when it hits anywhere from $50,000 to $100,000. It's going to happen. But so many people have been tweeting. Crypto is witnessing a watershed moment. For the first time, it is being considered an enduring, fundamentally new asset class by mainstream. Bitcoin is leading the rally right now, with new money coming in from funds that allocate a small percent of their holdings to crypto. So many other people who have, here's another tweet, governments will start blaming Bitcoin for hyperinflation as their soft currency price of BTC continues to rise as their citizens try to escape the economic fallout around the corner. Bitcoin will be banned in many countries over the next 12 months, but it will be too late. So so many people are giving, various opinions, and I think a lot of it is true depending on where you're geographically located. At some point, yeah, countries will probably ban it or say, hey, don't use it, but it'll probably be too late because we already have publicly traded companies getting into the space and loading up, and you have billionaires loading up, and I think it's highly unlikely that countries will ban it. They will try to limit the amount of Bitcoin you can purchase. They'll probably implement more strict KYC rules and regulations to kind of make it harder to get into the space. But then you have things like local Bitcoins, and then you have a lot of these decentralized cryptocurrency exchanges where you can buy Bitcoin. So you'll probably see a lot of those things pop up a lot more. But it's going to get insane. And I'm going to leave the link to this article in the description below, along with all of the other articles that I'll talk about. But this is just absolutely insane because of the whole current state of the economy, the global economy. Things are not going to get any better. with the global economy. More people are going to lose their jobs. There's just so much other things down the pipeline that's just not really. 2021 is not necessarily looking like it's going to be a good year. Hopefully it is. But the way things are going with the economy and this current public health crisis, things are probably not going to get better. I hope they get better, but I don't see that happening. Let's take a look at our next story. It says Grayscale surpasses 10 billion in crypto under management with over 500,000 Bitcoin in. It's a Bitcoin trust. I don't know why I said in Bitcoin trust. It says Grayscale Investments has surpassed 10 billion in cryptocurrency assets under management. About 8.85 billion are held in Grayscale Bitcoin Trust, which now holds more than 500,000 Bitcoins. Also, please keep in mind that there's only 21 million Bitcoins in existence, and they still have to mine for those other Bitcoins that haven't been mined yet. So I don't think there's necessarily that much Bitcoin left. Let's take a look at what it says in this article. It says Grayscale Investment announced Tuesday that it has surpassed a major milestone in cryptocurrency assets under management, which the total now stands at 10.4 billion. The company offers 10 cryptocurrency products, all of which are single asset trusts, except the digital large cap fund. Most of the funds are held in Grayscale Bitcoin Trust, GBTC, which currently has 8.85 billion assets under management, followed by Ethereum Trust with 1.22 billion and the digital large cap fund with 146.7 million. In addition, the company announced Monday that Grayscale Bitcoin Trust now holds more than 500,000 Bitcoin. That is insane. Now, when we reach these new all-time highs, Grayscale is gonna go on track to probably become the new Goldman Sachs. And it seems like they're gonna achieve that once Bitcoin reaches 100,000 or 500,000 or 1 million. They will definitely be the new Goldman Sachs if they continue to acquire more Bitcoin. And they're not going to stop anytime soon. They're going to just keep acquiring until there's very little Bitcoin left. And I really believe there's really not a lot left. So if you're listening to this right now, you really might want to aggressively, just my investment opinion, you might want to aggressively start dollar cost averaging, maybe setting aside anywhere from maybe $300 to $500 per paycheck. That's if you're still employed, and try to buy as much fractions of Bitcoin as possible till you maybe get to 0.28 or you get to 1. The goal should be 1. I think that's reasonable. But yeah, this thing is getting insane. And this is, I wanted to also point out something else to you guys. Let's take a look at this. It says Mike Novogratz, Galaxy Digital to launch Bitcoin fund in Canada. Galaxy Digital, crypto investment management firm founded by Bitcoin bull Mike Novogratz, has revealed plans to launch a Bitcoin fund in Canada. In a statement published November 16th, Galaxy Digital said it's partnered with major Canadian fund managers, CI Global Asset Management, for the launch. The fund is called CI Galaxy Bitcoin Fund, and it will be open to the general public. Galaxy Digital, which primarily focuses on corporate investors, has since received approval from security regulators for its preliminary prospects for an initial public offering. It added, per the announcement, the fund is a closed-ended investment fund that will invest directly in Bitcoin and will be priced using Bloomberg's Galaxy Bitcoin Index. The index is designed to measure the performance of a single Bitcoin traded in US dollars, which is awesome. But I personally believe you're probably just better off investing directly with Bitcoin, buying it yourself, whether that's on Cash App, Coinbase, Gemini, Kraken. It's probably better to just do that on those platforms than necessarily jumping in this crypto investment management fund that they're launching. But it's good news for this space. It just shows that adoption is happening, and since they got approval, this is a very good thing. But there's something I really wanted to show you besides this, and it's this. It says the Winklevoss twins own billions in Bitcoin and 15 other wealthy people, which should say that, in cryptocurrency. So, all right, if you don't know who these guys are, they are the owners of the Gemini cryptocurrency exchange. Then you have this guy, Chris Larson, Brad Garlinghouse, the CEO of XRP, Gavin Anderson, and then the list goes on. But all of these people are essentially Bitcoin millionaires and billionaires. Then Uncle Sam, of course, the United States government, they seize Bitcoin from people who are doing illegal things on the dark web. But these are all the people that own Bitcoin. And then, you know, earlier we talked about that other billionaire from Mexico that his 10% of his net worth in Bitcoin. So I don't think there's really that much Bitcoin left. I'm going to just be completely honest with all of you. So like I said, probably the best thing to do is to really start aggressively buying Bitcoin every time you get paid. That's just my investment opinion, but do your own research. But earlier this year, Bitcoin was at $7,000. Now we're at $17,000 to $18,000. So imagine what's going to happen when Bitcoin reaches 30,000, 40,000, 50,000. It's going to get to that point sometime in the future. I don't know exactly when, but it will happen. Now, these are all the people that have been buying Bitcoin. Now, let's take a look at the Bitcoin companies, or companies that have been gobbling up Bitcoin. You have MicroStrategy. They've purchased 38,250 Bitcoin. Galaxy Digital Holdings, 16,651 Bitcoin. Square, the company that owns Cash App, they have 4,709 Bitcoin, but I think they might have a lot more than that. I think this actually might be a little outdated. Hut 8 Mining Corp, 2,954 Bitcoin. Voyager Digital, 1,239. Riot Blockchain, 1,053 Bitcoin. Bit Digital, 950 Bitcoin. Coin Citadel, 513. Cyberpunk Holdings, 264. But then it goes on and on. I think this has actually changed. There's more companies that have been getting into Bitcoin. So I don't think there's that many left, really. So owning just one in the future is going to be an extremely big deal. Owning 10 is going to just be insane. Owning 1,000 will literally put you in this category with these corporations. Now, owning 0.28, there's an article I'm going to include in the description. I didn't pull that article up before I did the video, but owning 0.28 is a really good thing, and it'll put you up in the top 1% in the future. But yeah, we're going to go to astronomical numbers. We're going to hit a crazy all-time high. This is why I personally believe if anyone's a crypto influencer, I think it's going to be pretty dangerous for a lot of us, unfortunately, especially if you've kind of like showed yourself online. I just think you might need security, because there's going to be a lot of people gunning for all of us. You know, so that's just an unfortunate truth that we might have to deal with in the future. So everyone's going to probably need like top flight security of the world. That was a reference from Friday. If you haven't watched the movie, it's really good. All right, so let's take a quick look at the cryptocurrency prices. Right now, Bitcoin's at $17,749.63. Ethereum is $473.65. Tether is $1. XRP is 29 cents. Chainlink is 13.18. Litecoin is 73.40. Bitcoin Cash is 245.72. Polkadot is $4.62. And then you have Binance Coin is $27.81. Cardano is 11 cents right now. That's going to wrap it up for the top 10 cryptocurrencies. If you like this video, please like, share, and subscribe on YouTube. We are on BitLink. We are on ODYSSEY/LBRY. And you can also follow me on Twitter, Float, and I think I'm also on Instagram as well. That is going to wrap it up for this video. I hope you liked and enjoyed listening and watching the video. And I will see you later.